Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I want to share my May 2025 Home Fragrance Empties. We are almost at the end of the month here, which is so crazy. Memorial Day has come and gone and summer is right around the corner. Raise your hand if you feel like this particular spring here in 2025 flew by in the blink of an eye. Honestly, I feel like the older I get, just the faster time moves. It is wild. It's almost summertime, but here we are. So yeah, since it's the end of the month, I'm gonna go ahead and take you through all of my home fragrance empties from this past month here. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed with myself. I feel like this is probably the least amount of empties that I've had in a good long while here. My burn time this month definitely decreased a little bit. I worked a little bit more than I had in previous months. I'm a florist, so I'm in the event industry here. And we have had a lot more events kind of ramping up, getting ready for summer. Obviously, a lot more weddings happen in summer. So yeah, I feel like probably my empties for the next few months are going to be kind of like this. But yeah, typically on days where I work, I will still burn, especially after coming home from work. And sometimes if I don't have to be in until, 9 in the morning, I also have a few hours in the morning to enjoy my home fragrance as well. So sometimes I will even light some candles before heading into the studio to design. So, but yeah, definitely I've had a reduced burn time here. So, but lots of good stuff to discuss from this past month. If you are new around here, I will be mentioning things like candle lamps and candle crocks. And if you do not know what those are, or you've never used them, or you don't know how to use them, I will link some home fragrance related videos in the description box. So if you've never checked those out, those might be worth looking into. I will also link where you can purchase all of the items that I'm sharing in this video here. So all of that information will be in the description box. It's usually a plethora of information down there. So check that out if you are interested. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dig into the candle empties for May, and then we'll do the wax melts last. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, I'm not going to do this by brand. I am literally just going to grab from the top of my little pink bucket of empties here. So the first thing I'm going to grab is this. And I just recently finished this. In fact, I finished it yesterday. So what is this? We all know what this is. This is Kringle Reserve Jelly Donut. It is sold out once again. It was on sale for the recent Memorial Day sale that Kringle Candle had, and this sold out, I think, immediately after the sale started because it was on sale. Honestly, the Reserve fragrances very rarely go on sale, so if there ever is a sale, I would suggest picking up whatever you are interested in. Otherwise, you can always use my discount code to save at least 15%, but this was a really, really good sale that they had, and this fragrance here is one that I always have backups of. It's jelly donut, you guys. There's really no better way for me to describe this fragrance to you than to just say it smells like this label here. The actual notes are raspberry, blackberry, pastry, fruit, citrus, butter, and vanilla. It smells edible. It's quite intense. There are some people who purchase this on my recommendation and then were like, it's too much. It's too strong, it's too overwhelming, and I can see where some people would perceive it that way. It is never overwhelming for me, and it is one of those that I will always have in my collection. Perfect burn, no issues, no problems. And in fact, as soon as I open that, the the fragrance left in this little tiny bit of wax that's still left in the bottom below the wick clips, it just hit me in the face. This is such a strong scent, you guys. I honestly cannot recommend a candle more, but do be aware that if you tend to be sensitive to sweeter scents, this one might not be the best choice for you. But if you're like me, you're gonna love it. Another fragrance that I absolutely adore, also from the Reserve line, is Sweet Cream. Also finished this. I burned both of these down. This one barely had any wax left in the bottom. I can actually see the wick clips down there. This one is so good too. This smells like a strawberry whipped cream. That would be, I guess, the best way for me to explain this one, but let me read you the notes. So whipped cream, strawberry sugar, cloudberry jam, cotton candy swirl, crystallized petals, and sweet musk. Listen, I don't smell any floral in here. Like I said, it smells like a strawberry whipped cream. I mean, I guess you could get kind of like a strawberry cotton candy vibe here, with a lot of creaminess as well. But for me, this is, once again, the label, but just maybe make this a little bit pink, like there's, you know, some strawberry mixed in here. It is 100% edible, 1000% delicious. Like, it just smells so authentic. It's always an amazing performer for me. I have really good luck with the Reserve line. I usually find these to be just a smidge stronger than the regular Kringle candles, and now there have been some duds for me when it comes to the Reserve line. Japanese maple is one that I was super disappointed in, but for the most part, the Reserve candles always perform incredibly well for me. Now that a lot of these Reserve candles are also coming out in the 4-wick format, personally, once I run through my 2 wicks, I will probably go forward with just purchasing the 4 wicks, provided, you know, that they are available. A lot of these popular scents, like Sweet Cream, is super popular too, and that one sells out quite frequently. So, but yeah, once I get through my 2-wick jars and I go to, you know, repurchase my faves, if the 4 wicks are available, I will be a 4-wick purchaser. I like the look of a beefier candle. I don't know what it is. I just love them. That is why I bought those 2 massive Voluspa hearth candles to be able to burn this spring and summer. I just love the way they look. They're such a novelty, and people are always asking me about them when we have people come over to the house. They're just like, that is enormous. Why? Some people have asked, why do you need a candle that big? But listen, my friends know me, so I need it. I love the way it looks. Plus, I do find that the more wicks and the more surface area you have with a candle, the higher the strength and throw. And I am someone who likes a fragrance to be pretty potent. I'm not big into subtlety. All right. Ooh, okay. So I just recently shared a top 5 Kringle fragrances for summer video, and this was my #1 suggestion. This is Sea Breeze. Now, this particular Sea Breeze, I burned, I can actually tell where I burned it down to. I burned it down to here, so almost all the way down. This candle didn't misbehave. It was performing just fine. It always does from start to finish, but I decided to extend my life with this one by popping it into a candle crock. Again, if you don't know anything about candle crocks and lamps, do watch that video. That will probably be very helpful. I also link some candle crocks in the description box. So if you're looking for a nice neutral option, there's some linked for you. So feel free to check those out. But this fragrance is just pure heaven to me. This is definitely more of a like sunscreen vibe type of coconut scent. It's not an edible coconut. The notes are coconut, ozone, fruit, green, and amber. It's the beach in a candle. And I'm not even a tropical person. Like, I mean, I've been to Hawaii, which I would consider a tropical destination. This is as tropical as I've gotten. I certainly haven't been to Tahiti or anything like that. And I don't actually like hot weather, so tropical destinations really aren't my thing, but the smells of the tropics, that is my thing. And if I can bring that into my home here in Oregon, in the burbs, I will happily do that. So yeah, I love this. I love the label on it too. It's pretty simple, but it's just like, it's just a fun one for the summer. Honestly, this is one that I can't get enough of. And if you've never tried it, I'm telling you, it's so good. I feel like most people that have purchased that on my recommendation have come back and said, yes, yep, that was a good recommendation. I'm really glad you told me to get it because it is lovely. Seaside. Now, I think it might be sold out. I don't know if they're gonna pour more of these summer country candle fragrances that have sold out so far. If you are not familiar, Kringle is eliminating the country candle line, which was definitely a huge bummer to a lot of people. And there are definitely aspects of country candle that I will miss, especially a lot of the scents. I feel like Kringle tended to put a lot of their amazing gourmands into country candle. I didn't love this style of jar. I found that this little indent here, and this is a pretty classic candle jar, right? Like this is what the Yankee candles looked like. A lot of other candle companies have used this exact same jar style for many, many years. I think it's a little bit more, I guess, old-fashioned. I really prefer the look of the regular Kringle candle jars. I think they look a little bit more elevated. I also like the fact that the opening is larger. I don't know, aesthetically, I prefer those. But it was nice to have the colored wax. They don't do colored wax in the other Kringle jars. So those are aspects that I will miss. And like I said, especially since they tended to put a lot more of the gourmands in country candle. This is not a gourmand, by the way, but this was such a great scent. It definitely had a little bit more of a perfumey vibe to it. It's fresh, slightly masculine smelling, but so pretty. So I burned this, I can tell on this one too. I burned it to right here, so I almost finished it, but I was loving it so much that I wanted to, again, extend my life with it. So I popped it in one of my candle crocks, and this lasted for a solid like week and a half, I feel like, potentially even 2 weeks of like continuous fragrance output. If you haven't watched my content in the past, I am someone who leaves my Crocs on 24/7. And when I go to switch the candles out, that's when I turn my Crocs off. I like having that continuous background fragrance. So yeah, this was really lovely. The notes in this one are bergamot, soft fruit, lavender, herbal, driftwood, and moss. I don't typically like lavender, but this was lavender done right. I don't know, this was a great one. And it's one of those where, I mean, I wouldn't be completely heartbroken if they didn't move this over to the Kringle candle jars. They are planning on moving some of the most popular fragrances, I believe, over to the Kringle candle jars. They'll obviously be a different format, but yeah, a lot of these scents are really popular, and I know a lot of people are gonna be real annoyed if they don't get their favorite scents back. That's one of those where I think a lot of people were kind of pleasantly surprised by that one. So I think it'd be worth moving it over for Kringle. Okay, just because I'm just grabbing, this is what I grabbed next. This is Sweeter Tangs from Better World Fragrance House. Now this was my very first Better World Fragrance House that I decided to crock to be able to test it out in that aspect. The candle was not misbehaving. If you're not familiar, Better World Fragrance House is Drake, the rapper Drake. This is his candle brand. Did you know he had a candle brand? I had no idea until one day I was puttering around Ulta and I was like, what is this? They had all of the candles out on display and you could smell them, and I was like, you know, these smell really good. And then I started Googling and I was like, Drake, okay, go Drake. Listen, this guy knows what he's doing. These are soy. The jars are nice and thick. They're heavy. They have a beautiful kind of clear base to them here. The inside of the jars are painted. I was kind of curious about that. So you can see that I scraped a little bit off there. So yeah, they are painted on the inside here, this beautiful deep cobalt blue. These are stunning when they're burning. I love these candles. I think my favorite so far that I've tried is definitely the Williamsburg Sleepover. I also love the Carby Musk, but I don't think that the excessive price point for Carby Musk is really worth it. That one costs not quite twice as much as the rest of these candles, and it's in the exact same format, but it is designed by a famous perfumer. I believe his name is Michael Carby. Not sure about the Michael part, but his last name is Carby. So anyway, obviously Drake had to up the price for that aspect, I'm sure, but also there's supposed to be this technology that is supposed to help the fragrance linger in the air longer, and I did not find that to be the case. Now, do these just kind of linger in the air normally like a lot of other candles do after you extinguish them? Yeah, listen, this totally great in that respect, but I didn't notice a difference from this, between this and the Carby Musk. Like, this is $48, Carby Musk was $80, so I don't know. I don't think the price point is justified there, but whatever. Okay, would I repurchase Sweeter Tings? I think so, but it's a floral. It's a deeper floral. It almost smells like it has a little bit of rosewood in it. I do have an in-depth review of it, so you can look that up on my channel. I have reviewed several of the Better World Fragrance House candles now, so you can find all of those on my channel. But yeah, I would repurchase that one, but probably not again until next spring. Kind of mostly over florals at this point in the year. I feel like I've been burning a lot of florals since the beginning of the year, and I'm just kind of over it. I'm ready for all of the fruity things. I'm ready for summer gourmands. Like, that's what's making me happy for now, so that is what I'm gonna be reaching for. Okay. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. This is going to be one of the candles in my video that is going live on Sunday. So this coming weekend, I am sharing a top 5 series for summer candle suggestions from some of my favorite candle brands. So I will be doing one for HomeWorx, and that one is slated to go up on Sunday. Sugared Lychee Martini will 100% be a recommendation in that video. I adore this fragrance so much. I bought a couple of sets from QVC. Don't always love shopping at QVC because of their, individual shipping and handling that they apply to your order. But at the time that I was buying the sets, there was free shipping and handling, and this was also on clearance. So I'm not sure if it's still over on QVC. If it is, I will link it in the description box. This is chilled premium vodka. This is not a boozy scent. Don't let that scare you off. Sweet lychees, raw cane sugar, and hint of vermouth. Ignore the vermouth. Just look at the raw cane sugar and look at mostly at the lychee. This is a delicious lychee fragrance, and I love it so much. This is so good, you guys. It's one of those fragrances from HomeWorx that will probably always be a favorite for me, and one that I will repurchase as much as I can in the future. So I hope Harry and the Slatkin & Co team will keep that one in the lineup, because it's such a winner. I'm a huge fan of lychee, and that one is so delicious. Speaking of more HomeWorx, we have strawberry shortcake here. Now, this was a part of the Party in the USA collection. Ooh, there is a big mushroom top in here that I don't actually think is from this candle. Also, the last burn got a little messy on this one. I did burn it probably a little bit longer than I normally do. I talk about this a lot in my individual candle reviews. I did individually review this one. I do have a HomeWorx review playlist, so you can find the review there of this one. So the HomeWorx candles state, do not burn candle for more than 4 hours at a time. Probably during the last burn here, just because I knew that it was getting to the end, I probably let it go 6 or 7 hours, and so it did get a little messy towards the end. I always would recommend following the burn instructions. Most candle companies, does Kringle? I feel like they do too. Yeah, do not burn candle for more than 3-4 hours at a time. Ooh, this one, ooh, this has a double label. Okay, yeah, that is really hard to read. I'm sure on the bottom here there are some instructions. But yeah, I would always recommend following the manufacturer instructions when it comes to the burn time. I do find that that helps me avoid a lot of issues. So yeah. Anyway, did I like this fragrance? Fresh cut strawberries, baked vanilla shortcake, fluffy whipped cream, powdered sugar. Yeah, I love this. Listen, it's gourmand. It's great. I like the fragrance a lot. But it burned really fast. One thing that I have noticed with my newer HomeWorx candles, as in the ones that I have tried this year, they seem to be burning a lot faster than candles that I got in previous years. And I'm not sure if they changed something in the formulation or if they switched up the wicks or did something with the wax. They seem to be burning a lot faster. I would love to know if that is your experience. Now, I don't always mind a fast burning candle. I do like getting through my home fragrance because I have a rather large collection, and you know, it's nice to finish things up and move on to something else. But also it's a little jarring because it seems just significantly faster. So I'd love to know your take on that. Okay, fantastic fudge. This was a 3-wick. This burned incredibly well for me. I've actually had fantastic fudge in the past. This is a very deep, deep dark chocolate. This is not milk chocolate. Obviously with fudge, it doesn't really imply that. Like looking at this label, so you've got some dark chocolate ice cream with some, you know, fudge over the top. Like it almost really does smell like this picture. I've said this before, but I feel like this one kind of reminds me a little bit of the chocolate note that I always smelled in Bath & Body Works espresso bar. I know that is mostly meant to be like a coffee type scent or espresso type scent, but I always smelled some chocolate in there. And I feel like this one smelled like that chocolate note that I smelled in espresso bars. So I really liked this one and would definitely want more of it in the future. That is delicious. Really like that a lot. Let's go back to more Kringle. Okay, this is Lemon Splash. Now this is one that I burned to probably about the halfway point, and then I put it into my candle crock. This was actually stronger in the candle crock than burning. It's a very fresh, slightly sweet lemon. I don't know if this one is still available on the Kringle website. I feel like it is. The notes are lemon, citrus zest, sparkling aldehydes, citrus, green, and sugar. I do like that Kringle has been putting those notes on the bottom. They didn't always do that. It's kind of nice for these videos here to quickly reference that. But yeah, a nice lemon scent. Much more of like a fresh, not necessarily edible lemon, but also not super lemon cleaner lemon, if that makes sense. I don't like lemon when it smells like a cleaner. Would I repurchase this one? I did receive this one in PR. I don't know that I would necessarily repurchase this one, but it was good to experience it, and I did really like it in my kitchen. When I put it in my candle crock, was the candle crock in the kitchen at that time? I think it was. Anyway, nice, fresh background fragrance, especially for a kitchen situation. If you like lemon, I think this is one worth checking out for sure. Oh, this one. I have a backup, and I feel like I need to be busting that out here soon. This is Minty Melon. This was released at the same time as Lemon Splash. I fell in love with this. This was another one of those recommendations in my video this past Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. It's Memorial Day that I uploaded that video. Stop with how good this is. This is so delicious, you guys. And if you know me, you know I don't love mint. This is mint done right. I love this fragrance. Most of the focus here is on the watermelon. The notes are melon, mint leaf, citrus, herbal, sweet, and musk. Ignore herbal, I guess, in terms of mint's an herb, right? Yeah, so yeah, there's herbal in that respect, but ignore the musk. There's a tiny touch of citrus in the background, but almost negligible. Just think beautiful watermelon with a little bit of that green rind mixed in as well, and then just a touch of mint, specifically sweet mint. Frick, I love this. This is so good, you guys. Again, I have a backup. I'm really glad that I do, because when I received this in PR, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna order more of that right away, because that is so good. And watermelon is one of those fragrance notes that I personally love during the summer, so big fan there. Okay, what are we at? 22 minutes? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, here is another empty. This is Sea Salt and Bergamot. This is very fresh, almost borderline laundry-like in a way. A healthy dose of bergamot here. Really fresh, really a great scent for a laundry room. I feel like kind of a nice scent for like a bathroom setting. I do find this one to be somewhat relaxing. Now I did burn this, let's see, I burned it, oh, I can see here, I burned it to here, so halfway point, and then the last half of it I melted in one of my candle crocks. Again, it didn't misbehave for me, it just, I don't know, I figured I needed something to put in a crock, and so I grabbed this, I popped it in there, and it lasted a solid 2 weeks. This was a powerhouse when it was burning for a 2-wick. It also was really strong when I put it in the candle crock. I'm always pointing over here because I have a crock sitting off to the side. So bergamot, orange, petitgrain, neroli, lavender, basil, jasmine, patchouli, musk, and amber. Don't let the patchouli scare you off on this one. It's not super potent. It's also not that stinky, dirty hippie patchouli. It's more of that like perfumey patchouli. Okay, how many more candles? Whew, 2 more. 2 more from HomeWorx. So let's finish these up. Cherry pie, also a part of the Party in the USA collection. I was a little disappointed in this one because there was no crust note here. Now this one had actually a graham cracker crust. The other notes included ripe summer cherries, sparkling sugar, and whipped vanilla cream. This smelled like cherry pie filling to me. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I was hoping for cherry pie, just like the Kringle cherry pie, which sold out like nobody's business, crazy fast, right? I kind of expected it to sell out. I was talking with Brett, Philly Candleman, about it, and he was like, yeah, I didn't expect that to sell out. And I was like, really? I totally expected that to sell out. I didn't think that the Bottle Rocket would, and Bottle Rocket I think is still available, but yeah, the cherry pie, I assumed that would sell out instantly because all of the ambassadors that got that one fell in love with it. It is so good, you guys. I'm sad that I missed out. That was a pretty busy work day for me, so I wasn't available for the launch, so I couldn't pick up another one. If you were able to get your hands on it, let me know what you think about it. But this was not cherry pie. This was cherry pie filling, which not a bad thing. It was a nice cherry pie filling, and it burned fine. I mean, no problems with the burn, but yeah, it was not cherry pie. And listen, HomeWorx can do gourmand. They have done crust scents in the past, and it was just missing there. Also, I've never had cherry pie with a graham cracker crust. That just doesn't seem pie-like to me. But wait, is there a pie that has a, does coconut cream pie usually have graham cracker crust? No, I don't think it does. Does it? I have not had coconut cream pie in such a long time. Anyway, typically I prefer like my pie scents to have an actual crust note, not graham cracker crushed, smashed into a thing. Boston cream pie, I feel like that is normally what has a graham cracker crust, right? Does that sound right? But that's not, it just doesn't seem like pie to me. Anyway, what else did I finish here? Oh, I love this one. This is one of my, like, when did I get this? 2021. It's an oldie but a goodie. This is the blueberry cheesecake. I love it. I don't know what I did with the lid. It's actually a good question. It's not in here. Anyway, doesn't matter. Listen, I love this scent. It smells like blueberry cheesecake. I think it's still available on the Rakuten & Co website, but it is delicious. You get that creamy, like cream cheese portion of the cheesecake, and then you get that blueberry compote over top. It is delicious. I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the wax melts from this past month. Alrighty, in the bottom of my little pink bucket here are some wax melt empties, so we're gonna dive into these next. We're gonna start with Scentsy. This month I actually melted a decent amount of vendor wax as well. I have a basket downstairs that is filled with just random vendor wax, and sometimes I will dig into that. But a lot of times I don't, because I find that I have to change my vendor wax a lot more frequently than I do my Scentsy wax. I just find that the Scentsy lasts longer for me, and I can be a little lazy when it comes to changing my wax out. So yeah, anyway, let's go through these. I feel like I did not do a very good job getting through Scentsy this month, but that's fine. Just more to melt in June, right? Okay, this is one of my holy grails. It's new. This is Barefoot Beach. I actually need to add this to my cart before the end of the spring summer catalog here, because this beautiful perfumey musky coconut is heavenly, you guys. I am in love with this. This is new for this year, and oh my gosh, did they do this scent right. I cannot get enough of this. Let me know if you love this one. I feel like maybe it's a little bit polarizing, but to me, it really does smell like a beachy, perfumey, sweet coconut. Not necessarily edible, definitely has perfumey vibes to it, and it's also a little musky, but it is so stinking good. I adore this. It will absolutely go in my club. There's no way that I will ever be without that. This is Lemon Haven. I believe this was a part of the Easter collection. I'm not a Scentsy consultant myself. I'm actually going to visit my Scentsy consultant. You guys know who, Lisa Roberry, at the end of this week. I'm gonna go spend a long weekend with Lisa. I haven't seen her in such a long time. She's one of my best friends in the whole wide world, and I love supporting her business. So this is where I get all of my Scentsy from. But yeah, I'm not as like knowledgeable as she is about Scentsy stuff, but I do believe that Lemon Haven was a part of the Easter collection. This to me smelled like lemon pound cake. It was delicious. I love it. Very fresh, very gourmand. I would absolutely repurchase this in the future. This Peach Paradise, I don't know if this was a part of the current catalog or if I got this during a Bring Back My Bar at some point, but I love it. This is like a white peach type of peach scent. Juicy, sweet, definitely edible. Not overly sweet. It's not cloying or anything, but it's quite sweet. I really like this one a lot. I would, if I can repurchase it, I will, because I love peach in the summer. Starburst Sky, this smells like one of my favorite perfumes in my perfume collection. The Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. This is very, very similar to that. So if you're looking for a home fragrance version of that perfume. Now this is a little bit sweeter than Vanilla Woods, but definitely in the same family. Very, very similar to my nose. This is definitely worth checking out. This was originally released last year, and then they brought it back in this catalog, and I could not be more thankful because I also have it in my club. I'll never take it out of my club. But it was nice to be able to just, you know, pop it in some orders that I was placing when, you know, I started ordering my spring summer bars. Prickly Pear Flare. Now, I don't remember what collection this was a part of, but I really love this. And I was kind of surprised because this does have some pineapple in it, and I don't normally like pineapple, but I liked it in here. I just like that prickly pear note so much in here. This is delicious. It was sweet, but not overly sweet. A little bit of a tang. That's, I think, where the pineapple came into play here, is adding that little bit of tang. But yeah, I love this. This was amazing. Again, I don't remember the collection that it was a part of. Cake Made of Paradise. This was another one that was released last year and then they brought it back again in this year's catalog. I have it in my club just in case. This has no cake at all. This is mostly tropical, sweet, fruity goodness. Like some mango, some guava, some papaya. Maybe even like a little bit of lychee or something. Just very sweet. It's very, some passion fruit. I love it. But no cake. But I'm not even mad at it because, like I said, it's so good. Here's another Cake Made of Paradise. In fact, you know what? I feel like, am I missing some bars here? I wonder if I accidentally threw some away because I know with some of these, especially the Cake Made of Paradise, I think I went through at least 4 of those, if not more. I think I threw some stuff away instead of bringing it up here, which sometimes does happen because I don't know if I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to walk up the stairs. Sometimes I'll just chuck things, but I always try to like keep my empties to talk about them here. Anyway, this is Happy Birthday. To me, Happy Birthday smells like funfetti birthday cake, but to a lot of other people, this smells like chocolate marble cake. It's not worth talking too much about because it is not currently available, but I do have 7 bars of it in my club. Love Happy Birthday. Camu Camu. I love Camu Camu, and I feel like they're gonna discontinue it at some point very soon. I love this. Again, it has the Camu Camu. It has a little bit of passion fruit. It's just very sweet. Some people have told me that this smells like cat pee to them. I don't know how, but everybody's nose is different. I love it. Island Bloom. I really liked Island Bloom, you guys. This was, this has some starfruit in it, but it also has a nice like tropical floral vibe as well. A little bit of green, almost like a palm frond green. I love this. This is so pretty. Definitely need to repurchase more of this. And here's another Happy Birthday. I feel like I went through at least 3 happy birthdays. Anyway, okay. And then we have, oh my gosh, we have kind of a lot. I'm probably not gonna get too deep into these, but I will tell you about what was, I guess, in each of these. So we're gonna start with the Candle Nurse. Now, full disclosure, Emily did send me some of her wax melts last year, and then I went ahead and stored them to kind of allow them some time to marinate. And in the month of May, I started going through and using some of these. You guys, Emily's really talented. She's got some really great mixes here. So I used her Nana's Kitchen, which was banana, buttery baked cake, cinnamon, vanilla, caramel, musk, and tonka bean. Absolutely delightful, would recommend. Can't Go Home, Stone Fruit, Jasmine, Tuberose, Lily of the Valley, Amber, White Musk, Crystal Saffron, and Jasmine. I think this was one where, I think I did like this. It's kind of a bummer because I feel like a lot of times with vendor wax, I can't smell what it like smelled like. For some reason, I feel like these Scentsy clamshells hold onto the scent really well. Like this is very potent Starburst Sky Still, but with these little bags here, like once, you know, you take the wax melts out, a lot of times there's not a whole lot remaining. I'm pretty sure I like this one. Lady in White, Beach After Dark, Salty Pretzel, Whipped Cream, and Wedding Cake. I don't think that I like this one. Yes, I feel like the pretzel kind of threw this one off for me a little bit. Strawberry Beach, love this one. This was Creme de Bum Bum, Boardwalk, Marshmallow Clouds, Strawberry Pound Cake, and Beach After Dark. Yep, definitely recommend. I went through a lot of her strawberry scents. She is a master blender when it comes to the strawberries here. So this was strawberries at the Boardwalk, sliced strawberries, warm pound cake, whipped cream, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, delightful. Would recommend. Strawberry Lemonade, love this. Strawberry Jam, Strawberry Shortcake, Vanilla Bean, Sugared Lemons, total winner. Minga's Sweet Cream, creamy whipped vanilla, hint of fruit, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Yep, that is, you should try that. Ladybug's Switchblade Fresh Strawberry Slices. Again, more strawberry. Cane, sugar crystals, and sea salt and white musk. So good. Strawberry Fields. This is strawberry jam, strawberry shortcake, and vanilla bean. Yes. Basic, perfect. Luminosity, Creme de Bum Bum, and Rio Radiance, and Beach Bum. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah. I love anything Sol de Janeiro-esque, and that gave me some Sol de Janeiro vibes. Eden, Calamansi lime, did I say that right, Emily? Green tea, citrus, soft musk, salty, sea air, and beechwood. I don't know that I remember Eden. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely lime. I'm not too big on lime. This wasn't bad, but not one of my favorites. And was that it? Okay, that was a lot. That's a lot from Emily. I certainly will be purchasing from Emily in the future. I'm kind of curious to see what she has in store for fall and the holidays. Yeah, I want to support Emily because she's just a lovely person. She's been a subscriber of mine for a really long time. And when I found out that she was going to be starting her own wax melt company, I was really proud of her. She's just a lovely human being. And like I said, she makes some really great blends. If you haven't checked her out, I will have her website linked down below. Okay, and then there were some other just randoms that I finished. This is Rose Girls Wax Melts in Waluigi's Wondrous Birthday Cake. Wild berry mousse, blackberry jam butter, cookies, and birthday cake. Delicious. I don't know if Rose Girl still makes this, but that was wonderful. This is the Pharmacist's Daughter Kimmy Cakes. So birthday cake, strawberry white cake, jelly donut, and strawberry jam. I'm telling you, this was a strawberry heavy month for me. Berrylicious Lollipop. I don't remember what brand this was. Sorry. And then we have Princess Jasmine. This is Palo Santo, Vanilla Bean Noel, and Cupcake at Tiffany's. I actually like this. The Palo Santo was kind of an interesting touch to this one. I could do without the Palo Santo, but it also was not offensive. There are times when I can take Palo Santo as a fragrance note, and there are times where I'm just like, ugh, I don't know about this. But I think this one was actually really well done. So definitely enjoyable. All right, you guys, that's everything for this month. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Let me know what you finished in terms of home fragrance in the comments down below. I always like to see what you guys are digging into in terms of home fragrance. So let me know down there. Don't forget to check out the description box. Oh, can you tell I'm tired of talking? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. And if you're interested, tomorrow I will be sharing my beauty empties for May 2025. And that is actually quite a full box. I'm looking at it over there because I'm gonna try to also film that today. But first, I think I need to go get some tea. All right, have a great rest of your day and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.